kick through. All right, we're live again at this time, at this place, because I actually am here on time and know what I'm doing. Most professional stream on YouTube. Take that, D-Day Cobra. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day, and I am sorry for making it not making it last week. I really am. You ladies keeping the fort held down. They have my number, so if something ever happens like that again, they can message me to remind me that you have a stream to do.
Yeah, Makara and I didn't know how to take it. It's like we were dolled up, sitting here, and we got stood up in the brimstone. We're like, "What the heck is this?
I'm like,
What are you
Brim,
doing?"
you live?
I don't have
Yeah.
X notifications turned on my phone, or else my X, you think it goes off bad now? It's worse when X is active. But
Yeah.
so the reason it goes off so much, it only used to go off for texts and important emails, but because Google changed some of their policy to have AI read your emails and do stuff with it, I had to physically go in and disable that, and it messed up all my email notifications, because now all emails just come in. It won't tell me what's important and what isn't anymore. So I have to literally go in like every few hours and check my email and clean it out.
Yeah. So we tried. We DM'd you. I don't know. That's about all we could do. We
That's
had
all you
no
can
other
do.
way. Yeah.
But you have my numbers. Precautions have been taken, and this won't happen again.
Just making
We
sure
shall
you're
see.
alive.
That's right. Yeah, we thought the worst, that you slipped.
Okay,
Somebody
no, I didn't
kidnapped
slip
you. We thought you fell through the portal, and we thought the
last night.
banshee got you. I don't know. We
It's
just didn't know
it,
what
The
to
little
think,
people took
Bram.
you.
It's 12
That's
last
right.
night. I had a hell of a night last 12 at night. Now I told you we just got a foot and a half of snow up here, and 12:30 at night, and Sammy's down in his crate. I'm getting ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden Sammy goes woof, and he doesn't. I was playing WoW. I just literally forgot because I was trying to find a ride to the supermarket, crazy clown, because I had a foot and a half of snow coming, and I needed to prep to make sure that I had food in the house, to make sure that I
Mm,
could go out and I didn't run out of my stuff, anything getting burned through
yeah.
all my food. So I had to buy extra.
Mhm.
So I couldn't find a ride to the supermarket, which is a 2 mile walk one way up and down 90-degree hills. So I couldn't find a ride. And I just got so sidetracked because no one was calling me back finding a ride. I started playing WoW. I didn't remember till like an hour and a half later that I had a stream, when somebody finally got back to me about a ride to the supermarket.
Yeah. So Makara, he was playing the WoW.
I was just playing WoW.
We also came up with maybe you were trying to beat Gary's record for being.
Yeah, that is one thing I thought of. Also, if you are on Discord, you can always reach me on Discord. It goes through on my phone. It goes through on my desktop. It is always there. I always respond in Discord because nobody ever distracts me, gets attention to me on Discord. So it always goes through. In DMs is the best because I have all my servers muted, because otherwise I have 30 Discord servers and they just go ping, 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 ping all the time.
Duly noted.
Yes, we have noted.
Noted and noted. So,
That's
as I
right.
was
It's a
saying,
double noted. Just so that you
yep.
double noted.
So we got a foot and like I say, we got a foot and a half of snow on Sunday, and they're still doing cleanup in town because they got no place to put it. And it's 12:30, and I'm getting ready to bed. Like, I literally turn off the light, turn over to go to bed, listening to something on my laptop. All of a sudden, my dog starts getting that uh what is it? Gets that alert bark. Like, he hears something and he wants to let me know. Not like a bark, 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 like attention, attention. Just something's happening, something's around. And I'm like, what's going on? I get up because he's not like that. Once he's down in the crate, he's solid. And I'm like, something's going on. So I get up and I look around, and I take him out, take him with me, because otherwise he'll go ballistic because I'm not taking him with him. And I look at the door, and there's a police officer outside of my door at 12:30 at night. And I don't step
You
out of
got
my domicile because that's
iced.
what I do. And I'm like, can I help you, officer? He's like, yeah, do you know any of your neighbors? And of course, I don't know. I'm cordial with my neighbors. I don't get to know my neighbors. We share a building, but we're not bosom companions. I'm like, I don't really know my neighbors that well. Well, we got 2 cars out front, and we need to move somebody to move them, or they're going to get towed because the plow can't get up the hill. There's a parking ban in effect. So they ran the plates and were looking for people who were there. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't pay attention to my neighbor's cars or anything like that. I'm sorry, I can't help. And of course, now Sammy has run out of the apartment, is getting attention from the cop because he's just a giant toddler, basically, because he's 2.5 years old. The cop is unbelievable, like just really friendly with Sammy and everything like that. So Sammy finally listens to me and comes back in, like, thank you very much, officer. So I don't know. Now, my neighbor underneath me is extremely bitchy. She's not a very nice person. She has come up to me, like I'm rolling around in my computer chair, cleaning stuff up and everything, rearranging books. And she actually comes up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and actively tells me to not roll around in my chair. I'm like, and I'm like, could you not roll around in your chair as much? I'm like, I have heard your domestics with your boyfriend, and the cops were knocking on my door, and you're pissed at me for that. I can't work out in my apartment because they'll bitch to my landlord. So I'm like, back in my head, I'm like, I hope her car gets towed. I hope it gets towed far, far away, down to fucking Worcester, where she has to pay like $500 to to get it out of Hawk, because
Wow.
she shouldn't be there's a parking ban in effect. The back, so my apartment building has the parking down on back on the other street, which is far clearer than ours. But my landlord cleared out. They snowblowed that whole thing. So she should be parking down there. No, she wants to park up here because she doesn't want to walk up the 2 flights of stairs to the apartment, to her apartment, 3 flights of stairs to her apartment. I walk up 2 flights of stairs every time I go up and down.
There you go.
But I'm just
So
like,
it wasn't an ICE visit then. I thought
no,
you
it
were gonna
wasn't an
tell
ICE
us
visit.
it
ICE
was an
visit,
ICE
please. I was
visit.
born in America. I can produce a social security card, birth certificate. I have all the pedigree information within
Yeah.
arm's reach.
Can your neighbor downstairs do that?
Yes, she absolutely can.
Oh.
Although the 3 people who magically vanished after ICE appeared in town from the building next door probably couldn't.
Yeah, since you like your neighbors so much, I just thought maybe that was an
I got
opportunity,
a
but
nice
apparently,
I got an elderly disabled woman and her son who live next to me. I got a nice couple on the first floor who makes amazing spelling Spanish food, and he used to be a firefighter. He's retired now and does electrical work. And yeah, I don't know the rest of the building. There used to be a nice
yeah.
neighbor next door, but she moved out with her 2 kids because the rent got to be too much for her.
Mhm.
It'd be too much for me too. $1,000 a month for this place is way too much.
Yeah, I can't believe you paid that much for that place.
I have no other options
That's
anywhere else to go.
expensive,
Well, that's
yeah.
about to change real quick.
Yeah. Although apartment that size in Honolulu is roughly around $2,100 to $2,300 a month,
God, I would love
like
to
a
live in
studio apartment. I know.
This isn't a studio. This is the living room, like an office living
Living
room. I
room, but
have it
you
set
have,
up.
yeah. But
I
I'm
have a
just
full
saying, just
bedroom.
the size of an apartment like that would cost you easily $2,100 to $2,300 a month. Now, if you were to buy an apartment like that, the mortgage would be a little bit more than that, but then you also have to pay HOA fees of about $1,500 a month on top of a mortgage. So you're looking at about $5,000 if you were to own that
I
in
ain't living in
Honolulu.
no HOA. HOAs are freaking unconstitutional as far as I'm concerned. My property, I paid for it. You can tell me what to do with it after I'm dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens if you got like an apartment, elevators, parking
If I
garage,
had,
all of that mess. Yeah.
due to life circumstances, if things were different, I wouldn't be living in Massachusetts now. Anyways, I had found an apartment that I could purchase up in Maine, in a quaint little vacation town called York.
Oh, nice.
I love it up there, where my family used to go. My mom would come up all the time because she loves York, and of course but it's yeah. So North Carolina, I found apartments for about $750 a month, which is more than reasonable for a one bedroom. It's just me, and the living room will get turned into what I have now, which is basically just a giant playroom for adults. It's a giant man cave. But no, that's the plan.
That's
North
good.
Carolina by beginning of November, by end of November. Get out of here before the snows and everything else kicks in.
Well, stick to your plan. That's where to
That's the
start.
goal.
So,
That is the goal.
yeah,
And after
good.
MegaCon, oh, MegaCon. They keep adding people to that.
Yeah, I never been to one. This is going to be my first one. But as I see the announcements and this one's coming, these people are coming, like the celebrities and all the artists, and I'm like, it's a bit too big. I don't know how I'm
I
feeling about it.
I went to Fan Expo Boston in a few years ago. Um, that was something else. That was a blast. I met Gina Carano. I met Jay. And then I'm like, I really want to do this more. And I didn't. I'm not a big. I can do outside large groups like theme parks and stuff like that. Inside is some next level stuff, which is why I'm like, I really need my headphones, which by the way, the new pair is on the way. Should be here
Good.
next week. No, fuck you, Joe Quesada. So who's gonna be at MegaCon? So we got the Hobbits from the Lord of the Rings, the part of the Fellowship. They keep adding people. John Cena, zero interest. John Boyega, Helen Hunt, Alec Baldwin will be there Friday and Saturday. Good for him. He's probably looking. Liv Tyler, nice. They added Liv Tyler. That's fantastic.
There you go.
Shatner. I wish I had the. I wish I was going to be there, but unfortunately, I am not. Shatner is going to be there. Jonathan
They
Frank.
should have current pictures of people up there. That's not
Oh,
William Shatner's. That's how he looks right now.
I think
No, but
that's
they
what,
want to
Completely
give it
different.
recognizable so people who watch the shows will know who it is and stuff
yeah.
like that over the actual
Yeah.
actor.
That's why that's why Sawyer looks like how he does in Lost.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gates McFadden, Jonathan Franks, Brent Spiner. This is the one guy I really want to meet. I just don't have the cash for it. He charges $70 for a photo op, $50 for an autograph.
Wow.
Yeah.
If he's not in anything, I can understand why he'd want to make a bit more money.
He's in Buffy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do TV, but he does voice work for audiobooks. He does the voice of Harry Dresden from the Dresden Files audiobooks. He's done all of them, save for one, I think. Matt Lautner, Christopher Moore. I remember he was in. Oh God. Yeah, he was in. Oh God, they just a lot of crap. Like a lot of those like mid-teen movies. Here's the one for Jay right here. Joe Pantoliano, Martha Plimpton, and Robert Davi. These three are and Corey Feldman, all from the Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay is probably going to get Jay's goal is to get the map signed. What is it? Jay's goal is to get his Goonies map signed by the whole cast, as well as many as are alive. So all these people, he's going to have it signed by Jay. It's going to be he's going to be a very happy dude.
Yeah.
Johnny Young Bosch, that's cool.
Yeah, Johnny Young Bosch is going to be there. Good old Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm. Adam Park.
Nice.
Adam was always awesome when he activated the damage morpher during Lost Galaxy. Or was that? No, yeah, that was Lost Galaxy. He activated the damage morpher, almost killed him.
Yeah, but he was also in he did a crossover event with Operation Overdrive. It's like the only reason
cool.
the only reason I even watched that one, because that one was not my favorite.
I could talk all day about Power Rangers. I don't want to get sidetracked.
Same.
They have some of the comic artists I'm really happy with. Jim Lee is phenomenal. He's shitty running or a company, but does a great job. Frank Miller is iconic. Like seriously, he is. He wrote Sin City. He did a Daredevil run. Like everybody knows Sin City. Like after the movies, and he created the original ones. Oh wait, we got. I was one of the first to get ABC to ACB to signed by Jay and Gina. Nice. Crazy
Nice.
Clown
That's
Town.
nice.
Very nice.
Mhm. Yeah, I was watching his chats here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so they added a lot of guests or, folks to come out at
They
MegaCon. So I
did.
keep, yeah.
Like, oh god, let me pull it up here. Like they announced more today, like last minute add-ons to the con.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Like they added. Oh wow. Okay. They added. Who's this guy? I don't even know what he is. Meet Resident Evil star Nick Apatopoulos. Oh, the guy who voiced Leon Kennedy will be there. He's going to be there. Jennifer Hale, if you don't know who this is the woman who played Commander Shepard in Mass Effect, the original Mass Effect trilogy. She voiced the female Shepard, which was absolutely one of the greatest sci-fi video games ever made, if not one of the greatest. The guy who played voice of Dutch is going to be there, Roger Clark. Or Arthur Morgan, sorry. Yeah, just they got at some really good people in the last couple days. No, they just added Giancarlo Esposito. And of course, Liv Tyler's on there, Alec Baldwin. If I'm going to get his autograph for anything, it would have been The Shadow. That's my favorite movie he has ever been in.
Yeah. That was a good movie. I like it. I liked it.
It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just a fun flick. Plus, Tim Curry's in it, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
He does the voice of Russian Santa for Rise of the Guardians, but it's like, well, since I barely see him, I don't see him, I just hear him, it's not as bad.
No, but MegaCon so close, and started the preliminary pack. So I don't know how much room I'm going to need taken down and coming back. So I got a new duffel, but unfortunately the duffel might be too big for carry-on. So it might be the rucksack, and I'll see where that goes.
Yeah, we'll be driving down, so I don't have to worry about carry-ons and things. But got 1 week at home. I'll be home next week, and then I'll be gone for 2 weeks back to back. Traveling starts. So.
Well, yeah, you're done the holidays. It's probably back to the normal for you.
Yeah, I've been waiting. We're expecting new staff down in one of the southern states. I was waiting for him to start. So he'll start next week, but I can't go until week after. So I'll be gone for 2 weeks. I'll be home only 1 day in between. But then after that is probably Toronto, and it's baking for some European visits. So we'll see how things go.
Europe. Wow. My friend used to travel to Europe. She's a software engineer, and she used to go around. And hasn't for a while. She's pretty much just happy doing work from home now.
Yeah. I mean, working from home is great. That's what I've been doing. But I'm getting behind on the field work, so I really need. And that's unfortunately it's highly technical, so I got to be there to see it. You can't see the spaces. You can't. It's industrial areas, right? So you have to be out there. So. Excited about that, but we'll see how things go. So looks like it's shaping up for around Amsterdam, in Winchester in UK, and then about 3 cities in Turkey. I'll see how things go, but looking
Turkey,
forward to.
nice. Be careful in the UK.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, they better watch
do
out for
not
me.
stay
How
off
about
of any
that?
social media or any. Do not post anything online.
Yeah, gotta be careful there. Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, it'll be all right. We'll see how things go. It's just I'll just be happy when it gets a bit warmer. It's a bit too cold right now.
But
Yeah.
Carol, what house are
So
you?
Hmm?
Or Harry Potter, what house are you?
Ravenclaw.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm Slytherin.
Always Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw is a good house. I was working through my before I got back into WoW, working through my Ravenclaw playthrough of Hogwarts
yeah.
Legacy. I plan on doing a run through of each house. I've done 2 Slytherin runs. The Hufflepuff run has by far actually been my favorite. Running through the
Yeah.
Hufflepuff. Crazy Clown Town is a Hufflepuff. That's okay, man.
Hufflepuff.
Like the common rooms that they have, I love the common rooms because
Ravenclaw has a great common room.
Slytherins is down in the dungeon, and to get in there, the snake slithers up the wall and the door appears. And it's actually you can look out underneath the lake, and occasionally you'll see the squid go after the windows. And so I'm like, okay, that's cool. The really cool one was Hufflepuff because it's actually it actually is right next to the kitchens. And you go through a keg and the giant cask opens up and you go in. It is the most warm, cozy, homely place in the game. It is so chill. Ravenclaw has that giant tower.
Enchanted ceiling.
Yup, the enchanted ceiling where the ladder drops down and everything, which was really cool. And I haven't done the Gryffindor one yet, but I will. But man, it was just so fun to just play through that and be a part of Hogwarts. I'm hoping we get a sequel. But one's in the works, but we'll see where that lands after the purchase.
Yeah, my sister really liked that game. And of course, she's also a Ravenclaw.
Of course. Of course. All right, what do we got here? All right. So last week and now this week, we went over Darby O'Gill and the Little People. And if you don't know what Darby O'Gill and the Little People is, we're going to watch a happy little trailer here.
Yeah, let's do it.
This isn't just a Disney movie. This is a Disney movie from 59.
One of my grandma's favorites.
One of my favorite films. It is so good.
One of my grandma's favorites. I used to watch it with her when I was little.
So let's give this a watch.
Now the night was dark, and the mountain was covered with mist, and the moon was no bigger than the light from a halfpenny cat. But it didn't hide him from me. For there he stood with an angry little goblin, and his face as fierce as fire. King Brian, my old boy, oh, I've got you at last, and I'm not going to let you go until you grant me the favour of 3 grand wishes. Granted.
The Fox Hunt.
You're looking at Brian of Knocknashiga, king of all the leprechauns. You ought to see him with his little gold crown and his red beard, and his 2 eyes leaping from his head like flames.
Michael, I'd like to talk about Katie.
In the old ruins on the top of Knocknashiga. And there were the little people dancing all around in the moonlight.
Well, aren't they the bold creatures?
Kiss her. Kiss her. Go on, kiss her.
I've heard enough silly blather about little people to last me a lifetime.
What kind of man are you at all that doesn't believe in the little people?
I declare to me soul, when I
I've
tell
really
them
got to
this down in
screen
the
these
Pope, they
trailers
won't
before I
believe a
watch
word
them.
of it.
You
Before I
can't
show
do
them.
that, Darby. Once you're here, there's no going back.
I gotta get back to Kelly.
Darby, this is Michael McBride. I've decided to settle him here in your place.
Why didn't you tell me?
Your father made me promise that I wouldn't.
The Banshee. Brian! King Brian! What is it, man? The death coach! Send it away!
Oh, she's my dear, my darling one, her eyes so sparkling full of fun. No other can match the likes of her.
Oh, he is my dear, my darling one. His eyes so sparkling, full of fun. No other can match the likes of him. He is my dear, my darling one, my smiling and beguiling one. I love the ground he walks upon. My darling Irish girl.
Ugh. That is by far such a fun movie all around.
It is.
They don't make them like that anymore. They really don't.
Good.
With heart.
Okay. I was gonna say they don't make
Well,
them as good.
but that movie, Walt Disney himself worked on this, and it really, like, when he touches the project, it really reflects on the project in quality, in the performance of the actors and everything. We got a young Sean Connery out of this. He was 25 when he did this movie.
Oh yeah. My grandma had my grandma of course was divorced, and so she just absolutely loved young actors in their prime, and so Sean Connery was like one of her favorite. And every time we watched that movie, she'd go, he was just so handsome. I was like, yeah, that's probably
He
where I
was
get it from.
A lot of people don't know this. Mr. Sean Connery was a former Mr. Olympia. He won.
Oh.
He was really, he was a bodybuilder. He did everything, and yeah, he did that. And hey, and that he even as he got older, he didn't physically look it. He was like, he's in his 80s. He's still standing like 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, League, he looked great in League, and I'm like, he's like, what, 75 there? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was great, but man, he did not like making that movie. Apparently, Peter Wilson was driving him crazy.
Yeah.
Like, she had no respect for him, and I'm like, really?
Which is a shame, because that's like an underrated classic for
Such
me.
a great movie. It really was. Like, I love the Sawyer aspect, but I always loved the Invisible Man in that Rodney. I really liked that character.
Probably Dorian Gray, since I pretty much used to watch the original black and white portrait picture of Dorian Gray.
Mm. Oh, Stuart Townsend did do a good job as the rather vain immortal.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it actually got me reading the graphic novel if I can ever track it down again. I lost it in a move. So, there are some other fun facts about this other than getting a young Sean Connery. I found this in my trollings of the web. Pot of Gold, Disney Magic, 'Tis Darby O'Gale and the Little People. Walt Disney's most lively live-action fantasy man. This was some fun facts. Luck of the Irish, with Walt selected as a cast. Being half Irish myself, I learned the leprechauns of Ireland while I was still a small boy from our farm at Michelin, Missouri. Walt said in 59. I began to believe in leprechauns, and because of some of my relatives are pretty convincing stories about all the magical powers these little people had and the tricks they could play when angry. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh, the Dean of Irish Actors came out of retirement to play. Barry Fitzgerald was Walt's first choice to play the title role in Darby O'Gill, but when the semi retired actor declined, he turned to some other performer who knew the screen, and Albert Sharp, that old Wiley Fox right there. He was really good. Like, I actually would love to see some of his older stuff, but it's increasingly difficult to find because of how old he was when he did the film. There wasn't a lot on film back then. So there's a lot of stuff that's hard to watch and find, like all Broadway and live action and stuff, not a lot of movies.
Right. This was a great movie. What I loved about it was the just how the special effects, right? The cinematography, the scenery, you know, the little people, how they were dancing, everything was in the right proportion. You know, you had I mean, that scene right there and how they were dancing, it was just phenomenal. I just watched that 3 times. Just it leaves you with this kind of image of how difficult it was to create that. You
It
know,
was
how
a
many
very
shots they had to
good
look at this. Yeah.
illusion. Yeah, like they actually say it right here, the cameras to see the impossible. Walt insisted that all the 21-inch tall leprechaun seamlessly mix with Darby in the human-sized props and settings. To achieve the illusion perfectly, Ellen Shaw led special effects team to utilize the principle of forced perspective. Uh, uh, Forced perspective. Since the movie camera has only one eye and the camera lens does not distinguish between true distance of objects, Albert Shark and the Leprechaun players were all average height, and the effects of the team designated special sets on which Shark was positioned on a regular size seat closer of the camera, even if the on-screen was the farthest from the camera, while the actors playing the leprechaun simultaneously performed on an oversized set 4 times further away. The camera, even if the on-screen characters were standing right next to each other, that's why the film's most spectacular sequence, for example, Darby fiddled amongst the people, and there's the picture, and that is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And that
I mean, it was just obvious that it wasn't easy to do. It was that scene right there. That was like I was speechless when I watched that. Yeah, I had to
The
watch it
difference
3 times
between
just to appreciate it.
the biggest difference between back then is even movie studios like they wanted your money, but they were going to give you your money's worth, and they
Yes.
appreciated your time that you spent in there. Oh, we got someone in. We got
Yeah,
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
Hi, Ladybug.
Ladybug.
Did Jay marry you off yet today?
No, he better not have.
Well, the
Jay
nice thing
marries her
about
off,
it,
then takes her back, but it just gets the dowry in the end.
Yeah, Jay was in love today with that lady that was posting all those patriotic things. So we picked on him today a little bit. So that was fun.
I woke up. So there's an issue with my Alexas. Like, so I have Echo Dots, and they're forcing an AI update, but they're not saying when it is. And I'm like, I don't want AI, so I have to wait till the update goes out, cancel my subscription, the forced subscription on it with no, because it doesn't have an opt out, and I have all my Alexas unplugged in the house till that update goes through. And
Wow.
so I don't have an alarm clock. I don't have anything set up. So I will wake up periodically and check my phone for the time. So I was like, oh, cool. It's like 6:30. I'll go back to sleep real quick and be up. 9:30 rolls around and I'm already 3/4 of the way through Jay's stream. I'm like, crap.
So you missed most of it, huh?
Yeah, I missed the last ones for the
Wow.
last week or so. I wake up and I listen to them while I'm making breakfast and the dog's out back doing his business. But yeah, no, I miss the J streams in the morning, and I catch them at night as much as I can.
Yeah, I try to watch one of those morning streams. I usually listen to Jay because that's that time I have. My day starts really early with international calls, so I'm up like at 4. So between,
So
8
after
and
this, you go right off to bed.
well, yeah, kind of, sort of. Gotta get some rest somewhere. But yeah, it's just difficult some days. But yeah, I listen to Jay's show, and like today, you had all these Hollywood crazies out there, and I just couldn't take it. So I was like, yeah, before I watch any, I felt like I was losing intelligence the more I watched those videos he was showing. So I dropped off after a little bit. Other stuff had come up. So yeah, but it's good to start in the morning. Yeah,
Ladybug, I understand the being out of sorts.
yeah.
Like when the time shifts, it throws me way off. Like when the new year hit, I thought that I lost full 2 days of time. I just don't know where they went. I'm like, oh, cool. Like I thought it was a Saturday when it was a Thursday.
Wow.
That's why I have a calendar and I put an X on each day when I wake the day before when I wake up in the morning. Little things you do to keep track of time. All right. Got a brand new sound stage set up for Darby O'Gill. They had that. And there's good old Walt.
Now,
Look at those old camera sets.
if
Wow.
only current movies actually incorporated a lot of that same technique like the Lord of the Rings did.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such a shame that everything is just CGI and just lifeless. And it's like, they don't do anything with these techniques anymore. It's just all soundstage and stuff.
Yeah.
It's all sound stages and green screens and everything.
It's just so sad.
It is sad. Even if you go to these cinemas these days, it doesn't look like the old time cinema. You know how the curtains were grand and velvet, the colors.
There's no personality to them.
Nothing.
I
did
it would
not
be cheaper
go.
too to pay set
Yeah.
builders and everything like that than it is to do it all on a computer.
Yeah, I did not go to a single movie last year in theaters.
I miss
I
Walt
just could-
Disney better than current Disney. I do too. It's
Yeah.
Disney in name only. Any influence that Walt has ever had on the company has long been washed away.
Absolutely.
It is now literally just another soulless corporate entity that is designed to gobble up other IPs and completely destroy them and anything that came before them so they can be the only one that has it.
Mm-hmm.
Get my latest.
It's not like they used to be.
No. And they don't
Yeah,
care
I
about-
just no, they don't. And I just couldn't make myself go to movies last year, and I don't think I'll go this year either. It's just not going to be the same because it's not the same experience.
Not going to see the Odyssey. I have zero interest in seeing anything about that. I still think Christopher Nolan's, Jeremy will go off about how Interstellar is Christopher Nolan's best movie and everything. I'm like, I'm all for that. Good for you. But seriously, Christopher Nolan's best movie is The Prestige. It is new. It is creative. It was very original. It drew on history. It had a touch of a sci-fi element, but was still very grounded. And it was an original story, a very original story that you think is just about two rival magicians, and it's so much more than that. And it is personally his best movie, next to Inception, which is I really love Tom Hardy in that. You mustn't be afraid to dream a bit bigger, darling, as he shoots a grenade out. I'm like, yes! Still one of my favorite Tom Hardy lines ever.
Yeah, he's great. He's fantastic.
He's got to be one of my favorite actors working this day. Like, I didn't like him as Eddie Brock. Not that he's a bad actor, but because Eddie Brock's supposed to be 6.5 feet tall with blonde crew cut. He's a bodybuilder. And Tom Hardy was able to pull it off right now, that comedic element. But also they took Spider-Man out of Venom. You can't do that. The two were literally joined at the hip at one point.
Yeah.
And they did their best. And, Tom Hardy did the best he could. I still think they should have done it as rated R like it was supposed to be. And they could have done a lot more because Venom literally kills people. He kills them. He's called the Lethal Protector for a reason. And I thought the casting for Carnage as Woody Harrelson was fantastic, as he did in all he had to do was crack out the Natural Born Killers role and just add a little more psychotic onto it.
Yeah.
But they didn't make it rated R. What?
They went very safe with those movies.
Yeah, they went
Yeah.
way too safe with those. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I just didn't get into it. Plus, they robbed us of another season of Taboo because of it. He was
Hmm.
locked into all these Venom movies, and Taboo is phenomenal.
It is pretty good for the bits I've seen.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, if you watch it in succession, like you watch everything and binge watch it, it just does not end. It slows down a little bit at a point, then it vroom, takes off again. And it's, it's done by the guy who did Peaky Blinders. Tom Hardy wrote it with his dad.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's a
Yeah.
big fuck. It's basically a big fuck you to all corporations. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I liked Pinky Blinders. That was a good one.
Peaky Blinders was good.
Yeah, I like it. I really liked it. That was one of the only series I watched, and then the
Taboo only has one
marvelous.
season of like 13 episodes,
Yeah,
and that's absolutely phenomenal to watch.
yeah, and then the other one was the Amazing Miss Mabel. Was that which one was that one? The
The
marvelous.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Mrs. Maisel, yeah, marvelous. I love that one too. And I watched Wednesday. Those are the only series.
I
that-
would recommend watching Gilmore Girls, but you wouldn't be able to sit down. It's 23 episodes per season, and
No.
there's 7 seasons. It would be way too long for you.
No, I tried 1 or 2 episodes. It just doesn't hold my interest. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't.
The writing gets it really starts off rough, but the writing gets a lot better around season 2. Like
Yeah.
halfway through season 2, she actually starts doing better in the writing and stuff gets a little more personal and everything like that.
Yeah. No,
I
I
love the first 3 seasons.
yeah. I think I like I like the quirkiness for the series, and I like a little bit of like a murder kind of tension type aspects of the series better than just watching. There's a series kind of been watching a little bit about Tehran. I don't know if you know anything about that or not, but it's about all the issues like undercover anti-Tehran regime operatives and things like that. So I watch that every so often, but that kind of because I understand some of the language in it, right? But then I just like, no, I can't watch the whole thing. So I just can't sit still.
I'm working through, as I was telling McCara earlier, I'm working my way. I'm on what episode? Watching Yellowstone, and I'm almost done season 2. I think I'm on episode. What episode am I on? On episode 8 on season 2. So I'm working my way through Yellowstone. I watch Landman. The shows that I watch off stream are like Expedition X and Expedition Files and stuff like that. Just like those like travel channel shows that I really chill and get into. Like one of the locations was actually in North Carolina, Haunting of Blackbeard's Island off the coast of North Carolina. They did a paranormal investigation over there, and I'm like, that's really cool. Maybe I'll go on. Do they have a campground? Is their ferry dog friendly? I'll absolutely take a go for a night over there.
That'd be an adventure.
Him and his crew Blackbeard actually, going to sound a little like Jay here. The Queen Anne's Revenge was sank off the coast of North Carolina, and Blackbeard had a camp on that island. Like the story is that he camped under the biggest oak tree on the island, and he did. The oak tree still stands. It's 300 years old. And the camps around there, and they found coins and everything from the realm and everything over there. So it's very true that he was there. Whether it's ghost hunt is a completely separate issue, but walking around an island like that and camping for a couple days and walking around and exploring is definitely something in my wheelhouse, and I plan on doing. I could probably get my friends to come along for a while. Although one friend is way too tied to his electronics, but yeah, no, it's definitely something I plan on doing the next couple years. Should be fun.
Cool. That is great. So what did we get on the critic list?
Let's check critic list. Now, if you're not signed up for critic list, the question is, why aren't you signed up for critic list yet? This is what we use for all of our movie reviews here on The Real Talk, on Monday Hangover, on everything like that. We use all of this. Oh, Epic Mike posted a review. Got to do my thing. There we go.
Oh no. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, he's gonna love that.
Oh, he talks about it sometimes during his stream. It's funny. He's like, yeah, I get downvotes.
Michael Moose, I
know.
did hear Jace Who Hates Woman Pirates. I absolutely did. I watched the video it's in. Like, whoever edited that was very, very kind to that woman. But I have heard the story about Jay, the woman who hates pirates. All right. All right.
Yeah, try to
So,
put the critic list link in there. It says it failed to post. I don't know what's going on there. Let me see.
I got it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
So Darby O'Gill does not have enough votes, enough reviews for a full critic list review. How about we change that? It needs 2 more reviews before it gets a full out meter and everything like that. Okay.
Yep.
All right, 1 sec.
It was a great movie. I really was surprised to see Sean Connery in there. And I think they did their own singing too. I don't think that was by others, was it, Makara? I think they were singing their own lines. I don't know. I've got to go back and I thought I had looked it up, but I'm afraid to look it up now because I don't want to mess up my setup here.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I used to watch it more when I was a kid, so like I wasn't like not more. I was I'm more of a behind the scenes buff now more than I'm older than when I was a kid. But
yeah,
my grandma got me into all that stuff as I got older.
Yeah, I bet you watched a lot of classics with your grandma.
All right.
Didn't
I
you?
am Epic Mike, but Turd Ferguson and I just started disliking his reviews to troll him. And it really just drives him absolutely crazy because he doesn't understand why. But we do it just to mess with him. And even Epic Mike has openly said, unless it's me or Turd Ferguson disliking his reviews, you're all just posers. Because we've been doing it for months. Anything he posts, like we went back through his other reviews and disliked them, just to screw with him. Because it's just fun. Because he melts down. Why are you disliking my reviews?
I know.
Please.
He's funny. I like Mike.
I can't wait to meet Epic Mike. I actually I hit the local comic shop and I got something for him because months ago we were talking about some comic books in the Amaglam universe from the DC Marvel did a crossover and they fused characters together. Well, one character they fused together was Dr. Fate, Doctor Strange, and Charles Xavier, and its name is Dr. Strange Fate. He's like, dude, that just sounds awesome. I would love to read that comic book. So I went into my comic shop, and lucky enough, they had a couple back issues of it. So I grabbed it for him and tossed it in my carry-on.
Awesome.
I do love
I'm sure he'll like it.
What, Makara?
I said I do love Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate is awesome. And I'm sorry, Black Adam may have sucked, but Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate was phenomenal.
I was so mad when they killed him off.
Yeah, but he's gonna pick somebody else will get picked. He should have all the characters that would actually make great in movies. Like I would watch a Dr. Fate movie.
I know, but it's Kent Nelson, and Kent Nelson is my favorite version of Dr. Fate.
They should have done a Kent Nelson Doctor. I would love a Lobo movie. You know what we're not getting? A Supergirl movie featuring Lobo.
I don't know.
Well, I still think the casting's great. The character just doesn't look right. I mean, hell, Philip Chan did a better Photoshop of him.
He did. And other people were like, well, it's just pre the movie. It's like, yeah. Like, so?
What they don't seem to get, the biggest thing that they don't seem to get is we don't like, oh, Guns wants to, well, I want to hear my take on it. We don't care about your take on it. Take story, adapt to screen, move on to the next story. 90% of your work is done. The writing, the dialogue, the set scenes are all there. You just got to translate it, cut out what doesn't need to be there, and make it a movie. But they're always like, well, we want to tell our story. I don't give a fuck about your story. If you want to tell your own story, do something original. Stop chopping
Exactly.
up freaking comic book movies.
Yeah, but they don't. They just like to cheat off the
Because
backbone
they
of other
can't, because they're
things.
uncreative jackasses.
Exactly. You tell them, Brent.
Yeah.
I do. I vote with my wallet. I'm not going to spend any money on this. I want to see Godzilla -1 or Godzilla -0 because Godzilla -1 was amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, the Odyssey, I was on the fence about. I'm like, I saw Oppenheimer in theaters, and I'm like, that was okay, that was good. I really enjoyed Oppenheimer. And then I hear about the Odyssey. I'm like, okay, Matt Damon, Boston boy. I think I have some legal requirement with living in this state to go see that. And then I saw, John Bernthal, and I'm like, what's this cast? No. And then all of a sudden, Travis Scott's in it, and I'm like, I'm really out now.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually quite interested in a number of movies this year because last year was so scarce on the good, and this year is like, wow, there's actually some stuff I'm looking forward to, like Shelter comes out tomorrow, and I was like, yay, Statham.
I am going to say this right now. That second Mario Brothers movie is going to make more money than the first one. All because of Yoshi.
Yeah.
That will make more money than the first one because kids like the first Mario movie. You bring it like it's going to have the Baby Yoda effect, except they're actually going to have merch for it. And I'm just like, oh boy,
And
that's going to make more money.
And
All right.
Mamoru Hosoda actually has a new anime movie coming out called Scarlet, which is it looks really good.
I saw you post something about that. That looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't watched anime. The last time I was really into anime was about 2007 when Gundam 00 was coming out, the 2 seasons of Gundam 00.
Oh,
And then, I hate to say this, but anime went mainstream. Anime has gone to this pulp cult classic, this fun thing that had this nice little group that you can sit and nerd out about too. All of a sudden, everybody's watching anime because it's the it thing to do. And I'm like, and then I checked out because I have no interest in being a mainstream hobbyist.
Yeah. Well, Mamoru Hosoda does a pretty good. He does have a really good line of movies. Like his technique is just, it's really interesting because it's like 2D mixed with 3D, but he knows how to do it.
He blends it well.
Yes, he does. And Shinkai does the same. Makoto Shinkai, a bit the same. So they're a little bit more modern, but with 2D, whereas like Miyazaki's more hand drawn.
I like Ghibli Studio. I love Spirited Away. I really like Spirited Away.
Yeah.
But no, like there's something about it when something becomes so popular, it loses its uniqueness. Like it was the same way for Critical Role. I loved the first season. I never missed an episode. Like Thursday nights, I would be like, okay, I got my beer, I got my popcorn, I got everything, and I would sit there and power all things down and watch Critical Role on my television through my PlayStation 4. And I would sit there and I just watch. And then the first season shifted from a great campaign to a production, and all of a sudden everybody was playing the game. I want to play D&D because it's going to be like Critical Role, which is a whole new can of worms I'm not going to go into right now. But it got so popular, which is great for them. But I used to talk to the Critical Role crew. I got Liam O'Brien to do the voice of Illidan on stream with when they were on Geek and Sundry. I dropped in like whatever super chat equivalent Twitch had at the time, and it was great. And then all of a sudden, there's like 10,000 people in the stream, not 200.
Wow.
And it literally exploded, which is great. Don't get me wrong, all the success in the world, seriously. But it's just your first it will never be as good as your first campaign, no matter how hard you try, because you are capturing a bunch of friends playing a tabletop game. And you were listening to their stories and watching their reactions. And then it shifted from that to a full-on production with highly professional sets, pre-recorded stuff. I'm like, it's a live stream, you know? So I just checked out of it completely after the first season. And I'm really happy they took off, and I love the D&D setting. I actually have the book behind me for it. I actually paid for it because it's just fantastic setting, but I'm not going to watch the live shows anymore. I didn't watch the live shows. But we're not here to talk about that, and I could go on all day about the current state of tabletop RPGs. I really can, because it's what I really do love. Like, where's the dog? Okay. Everything over here is a gaming book of some kind. Every last thing of these top two shelves are thick gaming books of rules of shit that I've read. And I love tabletop gaming. I write my own. I love running, but I just don't do it anymore. All right, so we got this. What do we got here? Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Overview. Wildly old codger. Okay, yeah, that Blaine definitely wrote this one. Wildly old codger matches witch with the king of the leprechauns and helps play matchmaker for his daughter and a strapping young lad who has replaced him as caretaker. This is such a fun movie. It has heart, it has soul, it has graphics, and we got I miss G&D Tabletop channel. Jeremy didn't let Crimson Throne finish before they pulled the plug. I think Arudai moved all that over to Moonskull.
Mm-hmm.
And they do stuff over on Moonskull quite a bit. But yeah, it was a bummer that the tabletop channel shut down. I don't know why. More importantly, it sucks, but it's just a fact of life. It happened. I am looking to start up my own weekly tape, one game a week, because it's all I can handle after MegaCon and everything. But we'll see where that lands if I can find players for it. It's a little tricky because you need to you need players who are willing to commit for a long haul thing. So yeah, we got what do we got for reviews? Okay, we got my review. I gave it 100%. Classic Disney film about a groundskeeper in Ireland, touching on the much unused Irish folklore. A great watch and a feel-good film for you and a young Sean Connery. A must-watch for all. And I'm going to be shameless and like my own review. Yep, no shame here anymore. Wasp review right here. Wasp always ratios me.
What we ratio to?
21 likes, and I got 11, including my own. See, she gave it a 98, no slider issue. 90, no slider issues today. Charming gem, fantasy, romance, musical, special effects, drinking ale, Gaelic vibes, and Sean Connery sweeps us off our feet in this classic. So good. Such a good review. We got a McCara review, 91%, not a novel. Go McCara.
Mm-hmm.
Released in 1959, Darby O'Gill and the Little People is Walt Disney's live-action fantasy film based on stories of Herman Templeton Cavanaugh, and I have actually started officially trying to find a copy of those books. Set in the fictional Irish town of Rathcullen, it follows the clever storyteller caretaker Darby O'Gill as he matches wits with the King Brian of the Leprechauns. And then she goes into a masterclass of forced perspective and technique that made his full-size actors appear 21 inches tall. Leprechauns without modern CGI, showing abysmal Brown failed to do. Famously the film that caught the eye of producer Albert R. Broccoli, leading to Sean Connery's casting as James Bond. Yep. Oh, good movie. Good review.
Great movie. Yeah, she does such a great job with her
She
writing.
does.
I
She
love it.
breaks that down. Did you ever think of actually like writing for putting in a thing submission to Jeremy to write for Geeks and Gamers? Like for their website?
I'm very bad at asking for opportunities because I always feel weird about it.
I've actually I'm going to actually talk to Jeremy at MegaCon. I want to see if I can do comic book reviews for like every 2 weeks. Do like up to date on some good comic books, bad comic books, not worth getting comic books of whatever's coming out, and go from there.
Yeah.
Since he doesn't like responding to emails.
Well, it's like they say, it's like, okay, I don't want to seem too eager, but also it's like, you got to make your own opportunities. But yeah, I'm a little weird about finding a balance.
Yeah, he did restart everything. It's a thing. I don't know what went on. Tabletop is doing well, but it's a little hard to run certain things, and there's a lot. It's fully infiltrated and been taken over. So it's pretty interesting. Wow, we got people dropping reviews that haven't done anything. No thing. I just watched Darby O'Gill and the Little People for the first time and really enjoyed it. Life on Marshmallow did this a few months ago. I'll just give them a thumbs up. But yeah, mostly the reviews of this are absolutely phenomenal. Bookstore Thor. But yeah, so we need 2 more reviews before this gets a full setup and review on the moment on the audience score. So yeah, if you do like this movie and you have seen it, drop your review. Let them know what you think, because Criticless is where it's at if you want to leave movie reviews. But no, we don't know what we're watching next week, but we will be live at 7 p.m. next Thursday on the 5th with another movie review, whatever it is. Makara's choice this week. We are cycling through. I chose this week, then Makara, then Wasp, and then it cycles back to me. So we're going to be going through and watching random different movies that we suggest to each other and go from there. But otherwise, yeah, that's all. Oh, we lost Wasp.
Wasp down.
Wasp down. Somebody invaded the nest.
Wasp got swatted.
Wasp got swatted. Wasp got raided. Raided. Wasp got raided.
Yeah.
Wasp got raided.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are probably expecting me to pick a Scott Adkins movie, but I actually have a good one that does not have him in it. So it's one I already told you about.
Oh, Wasp is back.
3 times. It's kicking me off 3 times. I don't know what's going on. So
Well, I made the bad joke of Wasp got raided.
I said swatted, but someone.
no, not yet, but it's coming. I'm sure if I don't start behaving a little bit better online. Yeah. So it's all good. No, I don't know what's going on. Something happens. It drops the audio, and then the screen goes. So I've got to figure it out.
All right. Well, right. We will be stream. Crazy Clown Town stream is sponsored by Raid.
There you go. Yes, let's go.
But we will be live next week, and you'll have to find out what the movie is because it'll be on the thumbnail. But thanks everybody for coming through. I do appreciate it. Have a great week. I am going to try to be live on Sunday if my partner in crime, the Ginger Wolverine, can join me. He's been working full time, and I can't anchor a show alone, man. I'll just get it. It just turns into a really long video about me yelling about how angry I am at the state of comic books into the microphone.
Yeah, you need a balance. There you go.
And you need the balance, and the Ginger Wolverine balances that out. So we will be live next Thursday. If not, you'll see my face Sunday, and I will be live tomorrow at noon with some more World of Warcraft in the afternoon and chilling while I work on whatever random crap I decide to work on that day. So yeah, the Gilk Man returns. Absolutely love this movie. That's fantastic, Gilk Man. Drop a review on Criticless if you do. It's free to sign up. Let me put that Criticless thing.
Link up, yeah.
Link up in there. There's the Criticless link. Drop that in there. It's because of the movie I got into Sean Connery as James Bond. Yep. So there's the Criticless review. Drop your review if you like it. And we will be live next Thursday with the Makara pick of the week. And thanks all for coming. Have a great one. Bye.
All right. See you, everybody.
Hit the button.
Bye.
Peace.